order. Mary, would you do the roll call?
Okay, Mr. Hayes,
Here.
Mr. Hunt,
Here.
Mr. Wright,
Here.
and Mr. Woody.
Here. Thank you. Number 2, item A, the presentation of the M&O override expenditures for 2023.
So we have our top-notch finance team here tonight, board members to present to you. And they've been looking forward to this presentation all day because this is what they want to do more than anything, is present, right? Am I correct, ladies?
You're right. Good evening, President Wright and board members. Thank you for allowing us to present. This is actually an annual requirement that we have to present our override expenditures for fiscal year 22-23. One of the things we do like to do is align our goals as well in different areas of the department with our strategic goals. This presentation is going to align with the positive, safe, and healthy learning environment of our students. So making sure we have that area all covered as we align with what we look at during the times that we've set our goals as well. This is just a state statute that tells us that we have to have this annual meeting, and it has to be done between September 1st and October 31st. So that's why we had to do it on this special board session. So moving forward, a little bit about the override, and Mr. Lavender did a great job over his video that he had out. So it's 10% of override budget. And it started the override around early 2000s.
2005.
Thank you. Oh, so I'm a year ahead. So 2005. Thank you, Mr. Lavender. Then in November of 2018, we went out for a continuation, and it was approved. So we are currently on that continuation. It's a 7-year override beginning with the 2019 and 2020 school year. We are currently in year 5. We went out last year. We didn't get the votes. So we are going out again this November. And just so you all know that if we don't get it approved by the voters, we start one-third phase in the 6th year of 2024-2025 fiscal year. And then year 7 in 2025-2026. For the fiscal year 2022, the override generated about 3.1 million in funds. And then this school year, we had adopted in the budget that we would probably generate about 3.2 million. Things that the override provide for us with are the athletics, CTE, fine arts, AP, dual credit also. Security is one that we did. We continue with the security guards, extracurricular activity, and then always to attract and retain qualified teachers. So that takes us to the fiscal year 23 and fiscal year 22 and the expenditures we had. So in athletics, in fiscal year 22, it was roughly about 880,000 that we spent, and then we increased in fiscal year 23. AP performing arts teachers, in that area, it was 1.6. We increased last year by 1.8. CTE was 712,000, and it decreased to 689. And then security, you'll see the high jump in security, and that's because we added 3 security guards to each site in the fiscal year 23. And then our total expenditures in those areas that we allocate to this fund, and it's 140. It's the 140 code that we use. So when we code our items, that's what we code to in the M&O budget. So it was fiscal year 3.6, fiscal year 23, 4.3. So as you can see, it's increasing as we increase programs or we increase things on the sites. And that's the presentation. Any questions?
Anybody have any questions?
Can I just add clarification on one of those things, please? I think there's like misconception out there that we're getting 3 million every year, like just keep adding 3 million on top. We just want to make sure that everybody is aware that it's just to continue 3 million each year. To stay consistent with that number, not like 3 million this year and then next year we're going to get another 3 million. Makes sense.
It's just a total of 3 million
Yeah,
each year
Just
that
to
we
maintain
get.
that number.
And so we use the 3 million to supplement from the 4.3 million that we expended in those areas. You had a question?
Yes, I actually had two, if I can. Mr.
Go ahead.
President. First one is, and no, the 1/3 phase down starts 24-25.
25, 26. Did
No,
I
he's
put-
right.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
yes,
you're
yes,
right.
he's
I'm
right.
sorry,
You're
24,
right.
25. Yes, I'm
And
sorry.
then-
I'm ahead of myself.
So that's the 1/3, and the second third would be 25, 26, and then just following it up, it just goes to the next one, right? And then we're all phased out.
We're
done.
phased out.
Yeah, okay, just
Yes,
Okay.
we're
And-
done.
the more important question, well, that's not true. It's another question, is CTE, why did it dip for this last year?
It's probably,
So-
go ahead.
So remember we had, we didn't have, JRTC is now a CTE program. We didn't have it on one site.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's it, Mr. President.
Mr. Hayes? Kelly?
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Item 3A is personnel.
I move to approve the items as presented.
Been moved by Mr. Hayes. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
This format.
Do we have a replacement for the culinary arts teacher?
We have a teacher in there temporarily from now until January, and we're exploring certification options for this individual. And so we're pretty confident this individual will be in there for the rest of the year, possibly as a certified teacher come January, at least as a substitute teacher for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Is that the only teacher for, how many culinary teachers do we have? Just a-
I'm only aware of one.
Okay.
We don't have a second culinary teacher at Union that I'm aware of.
No, one on each site.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hearing no other questions?
Nope.
Mary, call for the question.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes?
Mr. Wilkie,
Here, yes.
Ms. Harrington,
Yes.
and Mr. Wright.
Yes,
Been a long day.
Yeah.
thank you. Now move into item number 4, the executive session. Is there a move?
So moved.
To move into executive session? Is there a second?
Second.
It's been seconded by Mr. Harrington. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We will mosey on into the
So for the audience,